Hey, it's Sarah, and today I want to talk to you about my top 10 tips for you when you're starting out as a clinician in your clinical fellowship year, you're a CFY. Okay, so the first one is don't worry about sucking, because you're going to suck, and it's okay. And I sucked really bad, and now I'm starting my 13th year, and I feel great. Now, you're going to have a couple years where you're not going to be that good, and that's okay. Don't overthink it. Don't feel bad. You're doing a great job. You're giving them something that they definitely need. And with the shortages in our profession, anything is better than nothing. And even if you have a bad session per goals, like you're not reaching your goals maybe during a session, if you establish rapport, that's still good. Don't worry. Number 2, don't worry about any continuing ed. Your first year, you don't have to get any continuing ed per ASHA. You just finished a graduate program. You probably have a knowledge with the latest techniques. Just chill. Don't worry about having to go and get continuing ed your first year. Number 3, really work on getting a relationship with that staff. So you wanna, I should back up and say, if you really like where you're at, it's important to definitely make a name for yourself right there at your work. And that doesn't mean by taking extra tasks, but being visible to staff is always a good thing for a speech pathologist. So yes, if you like where you're at your CF, you want to continue there, be visible. That's my advice. Number 4, I would say that you should definitely get a lot of vacation. I mean, when I went to graduate school, I was so stressed. I really needed a break when I started my CFY, and that's okay. Get a lot of vacation. Really focus on making yourself like the best you can be, and that requires time off. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is it's okay to wing it. I winged it. Winged it. I winged it a ton my first year, and that was okay. I did so much careful planning my graduate school years that it's okay to wing a few sessions. Number 6, get yourself to garage sales and thrift shops. That is the best place to find super cheap stuff. Okay, so they haven't maybe called your student loans up for repayment yet, but you get that 6-month grace period. Start to build that therapy bag with games from Goodwill or any kind of thrift shop. I found some amazing stuff. And then garage sales in affluent neighborhoods. If they say they're gonna have toys, and you can look at Craigslist to see like kind of what they might have. If they say they're gonna have toys, that's exactly where you wanna be. Okay, number 7, make the most out of your CFY supervisor. Now, I did my CF at Chicago Public Schools, and they gave me a fantastic CF supervisor. She was a bilingual speech pathologist with more than 20 years experience, and I adore her to this day. Now, the thing that I maybe should have done differently was ask a lot more questions, because I just didn't want to appear dumb. I wanted to look cool. I wanted to, feel confident, and she had a lot of great advice and experience, and I learned a lot from her, but I could have learned even more. So if possible, suck the marrow out of that CFY experience, okay? That's my advice. Okay, number 8. Number 8 is if you are feeling like this is not going well, so if you're having a bad CF experience, which does happen, I want you to know that you can get out of this, okay? You can, have a CF and actually start somewhere else. It does make it a little bit more challenging paperwork-wise to ASHA. If possible, try to finish out your CF. But if it's really bad, it's divided into thirds. So if you can finish like a 3-month period and get that signed off on, then you'll feel better about changing. It's okay if you know you need to change and leave your CF. That's why they have it broken up like that. It's certainly happened to other people. So, keep that in mind. if possible, finish out your CF, because it really does make a difference just to get it done, even if maybe you're not super happy with where you're at. And number nine is you can always switch jobs. So if you really, maybe you're not like feeling down about the CF, but maybe the setting itself is not for you, you can switch jobs. My CF was pretty stressful. I had like more than the legal amount of students on my caseload. It was a high needs, ginormous elementary school with more than 1,000 students. I was on my own. And, I changed schools after that year. So you are not locked into anything, okay?
Number 10, kind of to piggyback off that.
Number 10, to piggyback off that, is that this profession is so wide. There is so much you can do with this degree. First, like from settings that you can work in, from all different settings, all different kind of populations that you can work with. So keep in mind that you can always change. You can change within this profession. So that's my advice. I changed so many times. And when I was a CF, I felt like I sucked, and I probably did. I felt like, wow, this is so much work, and it was. But as things have gone on, now that I'm, like I said, 13th year, I would say after a good 5 years, I really felt like I knew what I was doing. I felt good about my job, and I think knowing what you're doing makes a huge difference in how you feel. I stayed in the schools in person for 10 years, and I did move around to all different schools, so don't feel bad about changing or finding a new job. But yeah, so the last 3 years have been teletherapy, which has been really great for me, and I really definitely suggest changing settings if you feel like you need to. So anyway, I hope that helps you, and I hope you have an awesome week. I will catch you later.